welcome back to, yes, you guessed it, Sodi Pop on YouTube. Hello everybody, I hope you're doing super well today. It is 11:30 a.m. of course Pacific time, and wherever you are, hopefully you're having a lovely evening. Hopefully you got the drop this morning. I completely missed it. You know what? I was like, why did I miss it? I kind of knew it was happening, but I thought it was happening on a different day. And here's why I missed it. It's not my fault, I swear. Because the way they announced it was so weird is they announced the Captain America after all the Lunar New Year stuff. And then this article didn't come out till yesterday. So that's when I'm like, I thought it was like on a Wednesday or Thursday, but no, it was this morning. So it didn't come out till yesterday for this morning, which, and I'm on the app every single day. That was the other thing, is if you're on the app, once the stamp drop happened, which I participated in yesterday, didn't get it. I did not get the stamp drop. I didn't do a live stream for, but once that happened, the next thing to pop up was the Lunar New Year stuff. It wasn't the Marvel comics. So I think it was because they put up later. I'm not going to blame them myself. I refuse to take responsibility, of course. All right, guys. Hopefully you're doing well. So we have this USPS Lunar New Year stamp paint art. This one was like a confusing one to me because we got two. I understand they're trying to lean into the Lunar New Year. That's fine. But we got two stamp arts. Oh no, I might have to kick out my cat. Brew. She's playing with something. Yeah, that's not good. She's gonna knock over my plants. Anyways, the Lunar New Year stamps. Brew. Gosh. Lunar New Year stamps. We already have one. Great, good for them. And then we got a second set, which is just the pane, which I know people collect panes, but is this really necessary? They're also for 120 gems. Will I try and get it? Absolutely, we're going to try and get one. And if we do, if I'm able to get this off the drop, I will be selling it immediately. Absolutely. I do not want to hold on to this. There's nothing in me that is a stamp collector. It's cool, it's interesting. You know, this is the year of the tiger, so that's going to be the common, it looks like. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to kick my cat out because she's already knocking over stuff. Rue, what are you doing? Here. Yeah. Put it on. Go sit down. Thank you. All right, hopefully she sits down there, just hangs out. What's up, Win Pokemon? How are you doing? Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh. Oops, let's I need to put, I already wrote it in my notes that I need to put a background. I have a whole bunch of notes here. I need to put a background on this because I changed it to clear, but then it shows up not clear. So when Pokemon, how are you doing? You've been kicking button videos. I actually have a new video I just finished right before this. I was going to export it, but it takes up all the computer processing power. So I was like, I have like 10 minutes until I need to stream. So I decided not to export it, but it will be ready today. Finally, I'm excited. I've put a lot more editing prowess and I learned a lot doing it. And I just hope that will up the quality of my videos going forward. So it looks really, really good in my opinion. And I'll just get better and better. So let's go ahead and read this Lunar New Year paint art again. For the overall thing, let me know in the chat when Pokemon. Curious to see what you think. What do you think about this drop? Especially, we just had the Lunar New Year stamps drop, which the stamps drops are pretty cool. They're also super cheap. This is 120 gems. I was like, kind of hemming and hawing. I'm gonna read through this, see if there's anything we can pick out that's like kind of like how the Mickey drop was, the lenticular Mickey drop, how that has music and everything. But yeah, all right. So the Lunar New Year in 2020, the U.S. Postal Service issued the first of 12 stamps in its third Lunar New Year series. Oh my gosh. Sammy, no. These cats are in play mode right now and it's driving me nuts. So in 2020, the U.S. Postal Service issued the first of 12 stamps in its third Lunar New Year series. Lunar New Year is one of the most important holidays of the year for many Asian communities around the world and is primarily celebrated by people of Chinese, Korean, Vietnamese, Tibetan, Mongolian, Malaysian, and Filipino heritage. Across these varied cultures, many traditions exist for ringing in the new year of good luck and prosperity. Calling to mind the elaboratorily decorated mask Used in the Dragon Dance, often performed in lunar parades, these three-dimensional masks are a contemporary take on the long tradition of paper-cut folk art crafts created during this auspicious time of year. Art director Antonio Alcala designed the stamp with original artwork by Camille Chu. Okay, blind boxes, of course. That is awesome. That's exactly what we want. You have the tiger, so the common will be for 120, 1888. So really, really low mint numbers. Then the ultra rare will be for 1688, the year of the ox. Then we have the year of the rat at secret rare at 888. If you get this, you will be ultra lucky, and that's what this has going for it, is the ultra rarity. Again, if I get any of these, I will be selling it directly off the drop for as much as possible. Oops, didn't mean to move that. But yeah, so let me know what you think in the chat, if this is good, bad, are you interested in it? If you get one, are you going to keep it? I personally will not. I want to talk a little bit about, oops, I don't know what happened there. I want to talk a little bit about the Mighty Marvels drop, because this one was pretty crazy, right? All right, I'm going to take out my cat. You need to go. No, 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 no. All right, the Mighty Marvels drop was a really, really interesting one. So people were excited for this. These are the best looking Mighty Marvels. We've seen the market is going sideways in general with everything, and even a little bit down. The Todd Batman is at around 10K right now. This one, I knew exactly. I'm like, I'm going to wait for this if I don't get things off the drop. I, of course, true to tradition, if I get something, it's like the one I least want. So I got the Spider-Woman, which is like the only one I didn't want, of course. Spider-Man was going for like 350, almost 400 gems right off the drop. He has dropped below 200. I think he's at like 150 right now. Spider-Gwen was going for almost 200 gems, 150 gems. And the prediction I made was these could go for like 120-ish, but I am waiting below 90 or below 100. She's at like 90 gems right now. And I think we'll continue to drop a little bit as we see the market going sideways. And then Spider-Woman, I knew exactly she would drop precipitously, and she did. She's around 50 gems right now. I sold her at 95. Probably could have sold her at 120, but I was like, I just wanted to get out and wait, and that's what I did. Black Cat, I think, is around 150. Green Goblin is a few hundred. And then Spider-Man 29.9 is, I believe, it was, he I thought was like 850 or 900 last I looked, but was above 1,000 easily. So this was a really interesting drop. People are really excited for it, and I was also really excited for it. I think I would like to get these. I saw a couple of people completing sets like right away. That means they paid a premium for all of these. Again, they dropped by like 50%. So if you sell it off the drop, good for you. I was able to as well, and I was gonna wait because I want to pick up actually either a bunch of Spider-Mans or Spider-Gwens. If Spider-Man drops below 100, I'll get a few of them. Spider-Gwen already has, or Spider-Ghost, I guess they're calling her. She already has dropped below a few hundred, so, or dropped below 100. So I'll probably pick one of her up and then wait. Hopefully she'll drop to around 50 or 60, because that is where I see her dropping to. And I'll pick as many as I can, really. And that's where I've picked up the Lokis. And this is the time to start shopping. So again, we had this major green upswing in the beginning of January. That's when you want to start selling stuff. Save your gems for times like now when things are going sideways or down. So we have seen quite a few of these markets go down. Alligator Loki. Let me go ahead and reload this because I don't feel. All right, let me. One moment, because the login process for this is always fun. All right, and then change that. That's okay. We should be back on track here. All right. So let's look at a few graphs. So Loki, 54. So he's dropped even more. This is kind of like the common Loki. is a good historical price, I think, to get him at. You might be able to get him a little bit lower, but I wouldn't be too selfish. So why are we seeing this happen? I think there's many reasons. Number one, we have seen the Bitcoin price kind of rocket up. OMI has actually gone down today a little bit. So it was at 0.007 and some change, and it's gone down a little bit. Bitcoin, for the most part, actually has been up this past day, 38K. We'll see if it can hit that 40K mark. So over the course of the one day, it's been bumping up against that 40K mark. We can see it got to about 30, 39 and some change, 39 and some change back here as well. You can't see me exactly line up. So we've been bumping up against that 40K mark. That's really good. It's only what is it, Tuesday today? Tomorrow's Wednesday. So midweek. We'll see what it does the rest of the week, but this is great news so far. Again, the resistance at the bottom is around 30K. It can drop below that, but as long as it doesn't close below that for too long. And then the resistance at the top is really all the way up to 60K, or our all-time high. So it could really chop between those two levels. If I was a trader, I wouldn't be touching it as far as like going between those two. I like things that are more for sure. And a swing trader, which swing traders don't do day trading, so they hold it for like a month or 2 or 3 as things happen. And that's what I have been doing with this market, is swing trading. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing with Alligator Loki. I'm going to be swing trading. So I grabbed a couple right before the pump, sold a couple, and then now that he's back down, I'm going to grab a few more, and I want to do the same thing with Spider Gwen or Spider Ghost. So let's look at all these Spider-Man that recently released. Spider-Man, again, 150. Spider-Man 29.9, I was actually wrong, 2,000. So he's way up. I thought he was at 900 for some reason. Sorry, way off on that one. Spider-Man 150 was right on that. Spider Ghost, so she dropped even a little bit lower. She was 120-ish, and I wanted to wait till she was below 100. Again, I think she could drop as low as like 60, which I think is a great time. To me, that would be a bottom for her. I think she's a great character. She's one of the best looking ones in this set. She's going to probably play a big role in the new Spider-Verse movie with Miles Morales. Super happy they did not put Miles in this set, because everyone would be really pissed to have a Marvel Mighty as the first appearance of Miles Morales. And oh man, if I can get the Miles Morales 3D model is going to be pricey. That's going to be another huge one, you can bet. So that one is something I would definitely save up for, to try and buy off the drop or similar. But the problem is you have so many people, everything's pretty much priced in right now. There's more and more people coming in the app. So there's no longer going to be the days of the Disney Golden Moments where you could buy them for 300 gems right after, you know. Miles Morales, if there's a secret rare animated one, is going to go for like 4,000 or 5,000 gems right off the drop, and it might be worth waiting. So as we've seen, these have been worth waiting for. Good job. And then all the Spider-Man. So everything is pretty much dropping. There's few and far between that are up. Let's look at the Todd Batman, because he was even down. Yeah, 1099. Got all the way up to 13K. So if you've been waiting for Todd Batman and you have the gems, might not be a bad price to pick him up at. I can't see him dropping too much below. Looks like in the recent days got a little bit below 10,000, but he's probably going to be hovering around 10,000 for quite a while. So why is this happening again? Again, Bitcoin price is up. You see a lot of people in the markets going back and forth. I think if the Bitcoin price like precipitously goes up, like just skyrockets, you might see a lot of people, a lot of the bigger people, because they kind of trade on the side, like they sell their gems for maybe a little bit cheaper price to someone else, and they get out of the market and they go buy OMI or whatever, and then they'll come back in the market. So you might see people trading in that way. Some of the bigger whales have better access to it. I know I don't necessarily trust that side of the market. Also, VeVe is not. I can see VeVe banning some accounts that do this in the obvious daylight. Why? Because they have to. The US government with MTL is going to do KYC AML, which stands for Know Your Customer and Anti-Money Laundering, which means you're responsible for everything that happens in your little app ecosystem, just like banks are, just like Coinbase is. If you have someone like trading in gems off of the app and they're going to accounts that are not registered KYC AML, they don't know who they are. They could be criminals, money launderers, whatever, known criminals. But if you just have this phone that's signed up with an account and you have a ton of gems and then you sell it to someone off the app, the government isn't going to be too happy about that. Like, hey, you're allowing people, yeah, they might be taking a 30% cut because they're selling gems for cheaper, but that's a bad idea. Also, I want to talk about this idea of cashing out. So cashing out, I've seen in Reddit, a lot of people are like, oh, what do you think the cash out fee would be? And there's the guesses of like 10, 20%. That's insane. F off. If it's 10 or 20%, I'll be pissed. That sucks. In the crypto market, 0.0%, 0.02%, like VeVe is running a full ass marketplace. Like they really are. And so the idea that they would charge 10, 20%, some insane amount for you to cash, I don't care about the Apple store fees. Within the app, all those gems, they're making so much money off of trades. Probably one FT is traded like 5, 10 times throughout the course of a few months. They're getting little bits of gems, and not even little bits, they're getting a lot of bit of gems and money off of each and every transaction. Plus the initial sale is probably more than enough to cover everything they need to. You know, yes, they have so many people, but they're not running a brick and mortar business, you know, they're not having like have to store supplies and stuff. Like the overhead comparably to a brick and mortar business is probably really cheap. They're probably making an insane profit on each and every one of these. So the idea that they charge 10 or 20%, maybe that sounds normal in the real world. In the crypto world, that is highway robbery. That'd be disgusting. I'd be so upset. And people are saying, oh, but you're buying these things for, you know, your golden moments was 60 gems and you're selling it for 3K. No, that's for some people. For many other people, they're buying it at 3K and maybe selling it at a loss, or then maybe selling it at 3.5K. And then you're paying a 10% to take out 3.5K. You could be altogether down. So what, 10% is 350, so it'd be $700. Yeah, so if you bought something for 3,000, then sold for 3,500, you would be down $200 on cashing out but we don't even know that. So we're making all these trades. If it's even 10% is like way too high. It should be less than a percent, in my opinion, way less than a percent. So if someone's making a trade, we're making all these trades without the background knowledge of knowing that there's going to be a huge fee on the end. So they better like prepare us for that right away. But honestly, don't even prepare us for it, because don't do it. Don't make something even close. It should be less than a percent. I mean, the fact that it's a whole bunch of people that aren't educated in the crypto markets talking about this on Reddit and everywhere else. And I understand, because it attracts everyone. That's great. So we're just guessing. We're just making wild guesses. But if you have any knowledge, even in financial stuff, like Venmo doesn't charge even that much to like do an instant cash out. That it's just stupid. It makes no sense to me at all. So please, let's get that out of our mouths. Take the soap, wash it out. That just is frustrating to hear anyone speak about in that way. All right, 11:51. We have about 9 minutes until this drop. Whew. Sorry, that was a big rant. I feel very strongly about that one, because I think it's a really important matter. Cash out fee. Now, going into the other way. So if you can, because you should be able to buy and sell OMI on the app. If you can go into OMI, there should really be zero cash out fee for going into OMI and then transferring that out, because it's their own ecosystem. They make so much money. The more the price goes up on OMI, they're making money on it. So there should really be zero cash out for that. And I hope there is no cash out other than the normal layer 2 transfer fee, whatever. So hopefully there should be nothing additional for OMI for moving that to and from the app, because that would be really dumb for so many reasons. Oh no. I'm gonna have to kick out my other cat. One moment. No. No. Okay. This is my other cat. This is Rue. I have 3 cats. She is great, but she likes to pee on plastic for some reason. So we don't want that to happen, do we? No. No, we don't. You're very cute though. You're very nice. Yes. Yes, you are. Okay. So we got to get ready for this drop. Only 8 minutes. All right, we're going to kick her out because she's going to cause a bunch of noise. And then what I'm thinking of doing, because there's a lot of comics before I started live streaming, there's a lot of comics that were released. And I think I might just do kind of like separate comic readings, live or not live, not sure which I want to do. Let me turn on, I have a headache, so let me turn on this light a little bit for me. But live or not live, really not sure what I want to do. But I think the comic readings are super fun. And from what I've seen, people enjoy them more or less. All right, let me shut down all my apps. Let's get ready for this drop. Boom, boom, boom. Nope. I want to open that. I don't want to open any Adobe things. Okay. Back on the plan. Make sure to open our time. Remember, the time will not be exact for you as it is for me. It's going to be 10 seconds off or something. I'm still getting used to like how this new phone operates, because it's not the same. Like everything's by touch. There's no. Okay, cool. So I think we're about ready. Start collecting. Blind box drop. All right, just a few minutes left. And then we have that Imperial Lotus Dragon, which looks really, really good. I don't know too much about this artist, so we can go ahead and check that out. The Imperial Lotus Dragon. 1 second. And yes, the Imperial Lotus Dragon. So this is by Scott Tolleson. What else did Scott have on the app? I'm not sure. Okay, so we'll just read about this and then we'll try and get that Lunar New Year drop, see how it is. So Scott Tolleson, Field Dragon. I know he has a Jade Dragon and a Golden Dragon, which is very, very cool. So to put it simply, Scott is a toy junkie, obsessed with collecting, designing, and creating toys. He draws inspiration from many areas, including pop culture, comic books, his family, and toys from his childhood. Scott prefers to elicit a sense of childlike wonder and nostalgia in his artwork. He enjoys working in both digital and traditional mediums, depending on his mood. He has released numerous designer toys, including Otis and Otto, Tricycle Terror, Big Roland Rascal, Deadbeat, Sofubi, and the Imperial Lotus Dragon. He has worked with a variety of companies, including Toy2R, Kid Robot, Super Plastic, Google, Skybound, and 3D Retro. Since 1998, he has worked for Walt Disney Company in the Disney Live Entertainment, where he has designed pieces for various parades, venues, and merchandise throughout each resort. Oh, that's awesome. The Imperial Lotus Dragon. In autumn, when the moon is at its fullest and brightest, you can follow the sacred river into the wildwood. Deep inside, you will find the hidden pond. There lies the Imperial Lotus Dragon. But be warned, do not venture into the shadows. There are other dragons that bloom. Some that wish to remain unbothered. All right. This is the original artwork. Of course, it's going to be a blind box. The original one looks really good. I love this color. I mean, this is like the Sodi Pop color scheme, to be honest. So it has that blue and pinks and missing purples. That green is really fantastic. That's a cool, really cool green. I might have to copy this, to be honest. So the common is 3,888, first edition. And then we have the red variant, the Torch Dragon. So there's the Imperial Lotus Dragon, the Torch Dragon. So these are the other dragons that don't wish to be bothered. The Torch Dragon is the uncommon at 2,888. Then we have the Jade Dragon as the rare version at 1,888. And then we have the Gold Dragon, which is the ultra rare at 888. So this is pretty normal as far as like artists are concerned, individual artists. Very cool. You know, might be very comparable to like the Cthulhu statues and stuff like that, because, you know, you have the Gold Cthulhu or even the Dragon Girl. So keep in mind if you're thinking of price, gold versions always go for a decent amount. So if I get this, I'll probably go ahead and keep it depending on which version. I actually really like this one, the Pure Lotus Dragon, the colorization and everything. So I'd be happy with any of them, to be honest, if you can even get one. I have not gotten any of these super, super rare ones. All right, 2 minutes left. We are getting ready to go. Let's put on some music. Good luck, everybody. All right, I didn't get the initial drop. Shoot. My buy now button just switched to sold out. So, oh well. Darn. Yeah, I didn't get the initial drop. Oh, let's turn on that light again. Didn't get the initial drop. That is always what's hard with these. Very, very low edition number. I have never gotten anything that's really low edition number. I've never gotten. Except for the exception of comics with like 10,000 editions, but all these little artworks and stuff, not yet. So those are reserved for the people with the closest area to, you know, what I might try is I might try the massage gun technique because I think the massage gun technique, you probably shouldn't do it for when it has a buy now button, when you do the line gate, because it actually registers your click. But it's not a bad idea for these particular ones where you have the ability to was not a line gate, you have the space gate where you're clicking in between spaces, because it's not registering your hit. It's only going to register the time of the hit. So the quicker you do it, the better. But you know, you're just constantly clicking in that space. You're not going to click as fast as you can with a massage gun. So it's only going to register your first hit, really. And it's not going to think you're inhuman. You just might have gotten lucky and hit it first. So I think I might use that for, what is this drop? Is that tomorrow? It's got Tolson drop. Yes, it's tomorrow at 8 a.m. So I think I'll probably do it for tomorrow, and you'll see it on live stream. We'll see if it works on live stream. So that'd be amazing. Really, really cool. All right, we'll see if we can jump back in here and get the rebound. I don't have the buy now button anymore for either of my devices, but that is all right. Let's go where the time is. Let me know if you got one when Pokemon, whoever's watching, let me know if you got one in chat. If you did, this was a hard one to get. So respect to you, definitely. All right, so we're gonna wait for that 4 minute mark, see if we can get the rebound. If not, I have a video to upload, so I'm probably going to bounce right after that. We'll do a normal live stream tomorrow morning. We'll stay until the market is open, and we'll talk about all these drops that have happened this week, what's going on with the market. There's a lot to talk about, honestly. I also have the video releasing on MTL. We can talk about that as well if you get to see it. Not too long, things like 6 minute video. I definitely highly edited it, so hopefully it will be entertaining. And yeah, all right, waiting for the rebound possibly. 12:03. All right, let's do this. 30 more seconds. Oh, I see. As for Tokidoki, it's been Google has been tracking me. That is for sure. That's hilarious. All right, let's see. Okay, so it'll be right there. Nope. Didn't get the buy now button. Did it right at time. Oh well. Okay. I am going to skedaddle, to be honest, and then tomorrow I'll do a normal live stream. I've just had, you just want to get this video up, ready to go, and yeah, I need to export that. So tomorrow, normal live stream, 30 minutes, so 7:30 a.m. We'll talk about all this stuff, and yeah, lots and lots going on in the ecosystem. I want to talk about the OMI migration and how that has been going, how that has gone. And yeah, we'll catch up then. All right, guys, thank you so much. Remember, follow me on the 3Ts and IG, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and Instagram. And then I will see you tomorrow morning at 7:30 a.m. for that dragon drop. Have a great day. Remember, be yourself and eat a cookie. Bye.